Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark are all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Maynard felt himself plunge into the water. Rays of light pierced the water above him and shot into the dark brine below. He swam forward. A school of bait fish parted, forming a ring for him to pass through. He was hungry. He dove further down and found what he was looking for. Opening his maw, Maynard's bristle-like teeth caught the krill as they desperately tried to escape. His stomach satisfied, the boy kept on swimming ahead. Maynard liked walking into his whale. The water unburdened him. It flowed over the whale's skin, his skin, as if it was cleansing him. There were no lords here, no arms nor banners, no conflict. Above him, a shark was in chase with a seal. The seal sped away, and in its wake it left a trail of blood. A trail that the shark slowly and dutifully followed. Maynard dove deeper, not wanting to get involved with the shark's hunt. As he dove, he began to feel a pull. It was faint at first, almost like something was piercing at the back of his neck and tugging it backwards. The deeper he dove, the stronger it became. The pinch became harder and more intense until the boy felt like he was a fish that had been caught on a hook. Soon the pull had become unbearable, and Maynard let go of his whale after telling it to return where he could find it again. He shot out of the water, and then he was back in the Godswood of Greyhold. He had been reclining under the great weirwood heart tree at its centre. Dusky light peeked through the thick canopy. He heard a branch snap nearby and turned to see his uncle Warwick approaching. "There you are, little wolf," his uncle said. "Nuncle," Maynard replied back warmly. "The lords have arrived, haven't they?" The young Lady Bolton and Lords Brightmere and Salzard were spotted approaching the stranger's gate. Maynard sighed exaggeratedly and slid down from against the weirwood's trunk and fell onto his back on a mass of knotted roots. "Do I have to meet them now?" Warwick chuckled. "Like it or not, you are a High Lord now, kid. You have duties." Maynard got to his feet and looked up at his uncle, concern filling his eyes. "What if I make a mistake? What if this," Maynard gestured vaguely with his arms, "was all a mistake?" Warwick tousled his hair. "You just need the experience. You're a smart lad, much brighter than me. Your father or your grandfather ever were at your age." "You think so?" Maynard asked. "I know so, son. They'd be proud of you." Maynard gave his uncle a sad smile. "I hope I can live up to their expectations." "Only time will tell," his uncle replied. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we return to the great kingdom of Andalia. So we had our first POV from one of our new POV characters, Lord Maynard of the Grey Cliffs, the new young Lord of Greyhold, who is an very, very interesting and mysterious character. He's got a intrigue education, as we can see, and he is a warg, as we have pointed him out a few times before. He's zealous, mystic, and idolizer, has a brown bear. He's a trained fighter as well. He's affectionate, green dreams, timid, a wolf, a whale, and quick. He did have a crow at one point, so I'm not sure what's happened to the crow, but he's got an amazing 29 learning. So we have got like a three-eyed raven situation going on here, which is very, very nice. His region is his cousin. Well, I think it's his uncle, isn't it? Warwick Greystark. Oh, it's our cousin. That's why I'm looking at it. It's Lyanna's cousin. Yes, it's his uncle. So that's good. So yeah, we had that interesting POV from him. So now let's go back to Queen Lyanna, who in the last episode had 2 more daughters, taking to a total of 4 daughters. And I actually worked out in the Discord server when a few of us were chatting about the series the other day that there's been 10 daughters born in a row to the main line branch of House Sevenstar. The last time a true born male was born to House Sevenstar from the main line was Aengar II, like 60-something years ago. So it would seem that when we have said and we were joking about a curse of the first men upon the Sevenstar line, it seems like there might be a bit of truth to that. Because as we know, other branches of House Sevenstar are having sons. Ambrose's brother Benjicott, for example, had 2 sons in the last episode, Aengar and Roman. So yes, it is a little bit worrying. We are currently at war with Queen Sarah, as she is calling herself, Queen Sarah of Andalia. She is a Bolton. She's our cousin, and she is the daughter of Lord Theon the Hammer of Eastwatch, who's also obviously the father of Belvazar the Brilliant, who we sent to the Night's Watch, who is doing quite well in the war. He's the recruiter for the Night's Watch. He's a regent of the Night's Watch and heir to the Night's Watch. He's probably going to become Lord Commander at some point, which would be very interesting. So, let's carry on with our war. We're calling up our Vale forces. We're also calling up our old Andalian forces up here to bring those together. We've got some Andalian men on this fleet here, so we're going to sail those over to meet with that host, and then we're going to crush this host with this host here. So let's unpause and crack straight into the episode. Someone died of gonorrhea at age 78, but no one of importance to us, so that's fine. Peace be with you. I've decided to accept your suggestion that Vayon and Jelona get married. All children of their union would be of her dynasty. That's fine. That keeps the second Rack branch alive in the Vale. And wow, CK2 looks so strange right now compared to how much CK3 I've been playing the last few weeks. Your Grace, I grieve to report that Stig's men have caused much damage to the castle and countryside after their siege of the Crossfort. Well, that's bad news. That's not good at all. So yeah, we'll carry on waiting for our Vale troops to get together here in Willowwood, which, despite the fact that it hardly has any manpower, it does have an incredibly high supply line thanks to all those cities and such that it has there. So at least that'll work in our favour. We're not going to have to do much in this war because I say we have to lift the sieges probably and smash their army a little bit, and that'll probably give us enough war score to win this war. Just for the fact that they actually have no land for us to siege, so that's fine. Who have we got in charge here? We've got Darnold Crownless in the centre. We'll go with, who else have we got? We'll go with, let's go with Benfrey Highstar as well. And, let's go with Enger Firehand. He enjoys these fights. It's against a Bolton. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to get involved in that war. And he seems to be like an amazing commander in his old age. It was something that, obviously, Enger was never even considered to be any good at. And all of a sudden, he's absolutely amazing at it. So we have got a bad supply line here now, though, because we've got 40,000 troops. So let's march straight on to Fairmarket and try and crush that host that is sieging our Blackwood armour. And we've got 28,000 men here as well. So let's march those down to the Crossfort and see if we can lift that siege there, where we're getting raided by the freaking Ironborn again, who refuse to leave our lands alone. I think they're just being a plague and a menace to literally everybody at present. Jenna Lannister has had a bright roll removed from her treasury. Okay. I'm guessing that's gone back to the original owner, which is obviously the young Lannister king after his father was killed. So here we go, 41,000 men. We should smash these 17,000 men. Will they bring the other host over? I'm not sure, as even with that host, I don't think it'll be enough to defeat our army that we've got here, especially not with commanders like Darnold and Benfrey Lancer with his 37 Marshal. That's fucking ridiculous. And here we go, yeah, it's going to be an absolutely easy, crushing victory. I don't think I've ever seen a victory won so quickly against that many men. Benfrey Lancer is just insane though, isn't he? Let's be honest. Right, so we'll smash this armour. We'll lift the siege. I don't think we're going to even need this army, but we'll bring them south just to try and... Oh, wow. And we've actually caught Queen Sarah Bolton in battle. We've actually managed to capture her. Is she even good in... Oh, wow, she is a skilled fighter. Okay, so she's a decent fighter. At least she was leading the men herself. Perfect. So now that was easier than we would have hoped. Let's enforce demands. The Queen Sarah's claim on Andalia war has ended. Queen Lyanna of Andalia has won. Perfect. Let's disband this army, actually, of 40,000 here. We'll disband these 400 as well. But we will march this army down now just to the Crossfort, just to try and repel those Ironborn raiders. Just try and get them away from our shore. We did take some of the neck back in the last episode, at least. Sarah Bolton has arrived at your court. We will let her rot for now. We'll sort her out later. We'll probably execute her, but it's going to then give us the freaking Kinslayer trait again, which we've already removed because it makes no sense that we should gain Kinslayer for killing betrayers and invaders of our realm. What else are you supposed to do? We can't send her to the Night's Watch. We can't exile her because she'll just come back again. She wasn't in our lands anyway. So I don't know what the game expects us to do with her. My prisoner Herrick is complaining about... Okay, so we've caught some other prisoners. Let him rot. Let him rot. Do you know what? We'll let him rot. So we've got 3 male prisoners that we've caught from her war as well. Let's have a look at them. So we've got Tytos, a Westerman. Are they all Westermen? Stefan, a Westerman. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Herrock, a Westerman. People did say in the last episode in the comments, like lore-wise, what if the Lannisters are funding this rebellion against Andalia? And looking at that, the fact that 3 Westermen are leading her armies, I think there's a very good chance that maybe they were funded by the Lannisters. So let's let's be merciful. We've executed a lot of people. We don't want to become a tyrant, so let's exile them. Let's banish Tytos to the Night's Watch. Stefan, we'll banish you to the Night's Watch. Let's aid the Night's Watch. Lyanna's been a very good friend to the Night's Watch. We've sent a lot of people there. And Sarah, unfortunately, we can't send you to the Night's Watch. We could exile you. But you might come back and try it again. How much wealth have you got? Not a lot. I want to execute you, to be honest. I may just do it. The wars between the great powers of Andalia have subsided for now. Perfect. Let's just try and repel this Harlaw army. It'd be great if we actually got to smash into them. Your Grace, I have for some time now been observing the poor performance of Master-at-Arms Lady Pia, whose failures have become a burden on the entire realm. My supporters and I ask that you remove her from the office and appoint me to the council instead, Lord Adrian of Oldcastle. I don't think so. It's going to upset a lot of people, but I don't care. Pia Snow is staying on the council. She is loyal. Very loyal. And you're not your father, Adrian Bloom, so you don't deserve the position. They're going to get away, aren't they? Yes, they are. Of course they are. Bastard Harlaw raiders. Never mind. At least we've hopefully repelled them away from our lands. Who is Riverrun fighting against at present? They are defending against High King Willard of the Westlands in Second Westland Vassalization War of Riverrun. Would we be able to get enough men there quickly to try and take Riverrun for ourselves? I don't really want to be getting into a war with the Westlands if I can help it. They'd probably get men there quicker because Casterly Rock is so close. But we could try. We could try and take Riverrun. I do want to get the lands north of this river, and I don't really want to be neighbouring the Westerlands on another front. Let's disband this army. Let's see if we can. We might be able to do it. Let's declare war. Well, we can't. We can try and claim Riverrun for you, whoever you are. I don't know. So we can't actually try and force the vassalization. So it looks like they're going to take that. That's a shame. Never mind. We need this claim on the Red Fork. That's what we need to take this bit of land, giving us all of our land. Apart from Harroway's Town, which is really annoying and splits over that border, as we know, which is very frustrating. Let's forward things along. Waiting for the birth of a son before we try and take the Iron Islands. Lord Corman of Silverspear has inherited the Lordship of Silverspear from Lord Peter of Silverspear. Your prisoner, Sarah Bolton, has requested an audience with you. Upon meeting her before the court, you hear she is offering to pay the ransom for her release. I don't think so. You shall stay in my custody. What can we do? Shall we just execute her? But I have a bad feeling that's gonna... It's gonna make us a kinslayer again, isn't it? Let's do it. She will be beheaded. And the actions have killed a member of an extended family. I've gained the kinslayer trait. Of course we have. That's ridiculous. I'm removing that because that is a load of bullshit in my opinion. That shouldn't be the case. Okay, so let's forward along. Let's see. I don't know what more we can do. Lord Vardis of Gultown has inherited the city of Gultown. Okay. There's not a lot we can do at the minute. It's just all about keeping the peace if we can at the minute. Apparently we've got an epidemic, so let's see where that is. It's in bloody flux in the Vale. From Gultown again, by the looks of it, as that's where our sicknesses always seem to come from. Oh, did that just say that Lord Corbury of Darkmoor had died? Yes, it has. So Lord Danes the Wise of the Fingers has inherited that land now. We really need to transfer that back over to the correct lordship. We've got the same problem going on in Chiltern with the Malisters that need sorting out. I did sort out the mess down in Old Town, which we randomly inherited. I've given that back to the Lannisters where it belongs. I've got no idea what that was all about. Okay, we've got something going on in the Valyria, which I do not care about in the slightest. We're just going to forward things on. Is there any decision stuff that we could do? We could hold a summer fair, hold a feast. Again, we've held a lot of feasts. We searched for a smith not long ago, so we don't really need to do that again. We can't hold a tourney. Has not held a tourney in the last 10 years. I'd say it would have been nice to hold one in memory of Stefan Roseheart, but never mind. Let's hold a summer fair again. Why not? Let's get the lands prospering more in and around Sevensport. This should make the peasants happy. Let's make the small folk love their queen. Lord Danis approaches you. My liege, I have a great idea for a monument, something to raise our cultural status and make the people notice what a great ruler you are. I require some gold in your patience, and the work would take a year to complete. So be it. Surprise me. 150 gold. Let's see what you can do. And we're pregnant again. I'm surely with child. My husband will be pleased. Okay. And we've got some stuff going on with the Ironborn again. At age 48, your aunt, Winifred Stark, died. She wasn't the queen, though, was she? Winifred. Oh, that was one of Enger's brides, wasn't it? Yes, Ambrose Redwolf's mother. Interesting. Okay, Flint's Finger. Has Flint's Finger gone independent? Lord Reaver of the Flint's Finger. We could actually declare war and go for an invasion over Flint's Finger then, because you've gone independent. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Flint's Finger. They will surely honour their obligations. Let's try and take some revenge on the Ironborn. Why he's gone independent. It's a Greyjoy, which is going to be interesting. Who else have we got here? Another Greyjoy and Jarlman, a randomer. So we've actually got 2 branches of Greyjoys there. I wonder if we could convert a Greyjoy. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Then press their claim. But I'm guessing he's not going to have a lot of manpower. 1,200. Okay, let's call up the Firehand army. I'm sure he is going to love going to war against some Ironborn. 4,000 men would probably be enough. Let's go with Benfrey Lancer, Darnold Crownless, and Enger Firehand leading this army. We'll get a second army raised up with some reinforcements from the lands around the capital. That'll probably be enough. Let's get those to meet up in the Father's Ford, and let's march Enger Firehand's army straight round to Flint's Finger. That's actually made things very interesting. Whitford and Greycran don't want to be involved, which is interesting, and neither does Mistlewood. Okay, that's very interesting that a couple of areas have decided to sit out of the war. I really hope we have a son this time. We can't surely have a 5th daughter. Not only a 5th daughter, but the 11th daughter in a row to be born. It'd be ridiculous. Your Grace, I'm sure you're aware of the gold that Andalia owes my house, and that payment is shortly due. However, I am presently in no need of coin, and hence extend the loan, Belgrave Rook. That must be money that Tytos borrowed off his vassals. Marshal Leda Pier caught the peddlers selling stolen goods red-handed. Execute them publicly, seize his goods, and lock him up. No, we'll do it publicly. Public execution, local revolt risk down by 10%. Your Grace, we have received word from the Iron Isles. High King Agar has led in a coalition in defence of Flint's Finger. So how come he can defend his vassal that's gone independent for the war, but we couldn't do that to help House Reed a couple of episodes ago, or whenever it was? That makes no sense. But that's fine. It's going to be easy to take Flint's Finger. Let's just get our men down there quickly. And the Ironborn are already busy, so we've not got to worry about that too much. The peddlers are loading their wares and the merchants are taking down their stalls. The jugglers, strolling players and the other entertainers are preparing to leave. The summer fair is over for this year. It was great fun while it lasted, plus 5 prestige. Perfect. Let's get all our armies in the Father's Ford. In the Richard lands, we'll combine them together into one great force and then go and smash Flint's Finger. Your Grace, I would like to politely remind you of the gold that Andalia owes my house. We'll pay the money. Donald Crownus, yes, it must be money that Tytos owes. Under my guidance, my young cousin Ermin is slowly mastering the art of swordmanship. He's very impressive, and he's gone for a stewardship education, so we need to get you a new guardian then, don't we? Who have we got that's good at stewardship? We've got Danes Corbury and Byron Firehand. We'll go with Danes Corbury because he's a genius as well. Oh, and we can't actually do that, so we'll have to go for Byron Firehand, and we can't go for that either. Okay, interesting. Never mind. I wanted to try and get you a better education, but if you don't want one, that's perfectly fine with me. No! No! Enger Firehand has had Dragon Scrouge removed from their treasury. He's died. Died a natural death at the age of 53. 67 8. No! Enger Firehand. Damn it. So his daughter, Cass Firehand, has inherited his lands. She does have 2 sons, Harry and Firehand and Celador Firehand. She's an elusive shadow. She's a skilled fighter. She's rude, proud, just, greedy, and ambitious. She did have zealous, but she seems to have lost that trait, which is interesting. Her heir is pretty decent, though, so it'll be interesting to see. But I can't believe we're losing all of the old impressive characters at the minute, aren't we? That's Stefan Rosehart, Colmore Bloom, Enger Firehand, and Owen Greystark, all within, like, 1 episode, really. That really sucks. And now we need a new Master of Whisperers as well. Who can we go with for our new Spy Master? Velas Redguard is very good. Adrian Bloom's good. Cass Firehand. I'm going to go with Cast Firehand, even though she doesn't seem to like us very much. That's a shame, but yeah, we'll go with Cast Firehand. Firehands are loyal. Let's merge that army together, and let's march on to Flint's Finger and capture the capital. And there is a small host of 1,200 Greyjoy men there, which should be easy to push back. Very easy, there we go. Yeah, very easy victory. Now let's just get these lands under siege. We've just got to hope that some more Greyjoy men don't turn up on their longships. We're at 4%. How Flint's Finger is very, very poorly defended. Robin, some random guy, was drowned as a sacrifice to the drowned men. I have for some time now been observing the poor performance of Master of Laws Lord at Yorick. Okay, we'll accept that then. Get rid of Lord at Yorick Templeton and get a new Master of Laws in, as he hasn't actually done anything, and it's going to make more people happy. So now we have Giles Kington as our new Master of Laws, and we'll send him to the Trident to try and fabricate a claim upon that. Can we assault Flint's Finger yet? Yes, we can. Lord Benfrey the Just has formed an alliance with Lord Adrian of Oldcastle. Interesting. And there we go. We've managed to siege their capital. 83%. We've got it completely under siege. Oh, this isn't actually the capital, is it? Flint Cliffs. Flint's Finger is the capital. Normally. So let's march on to this. We're going to have a new bit of land to give away then, and a new High Lordship, which will be interesting to try and decide who to give that away. That's 2 High Lordships and lands that we need to give away. Dear half-sister, blessed upon you in your house, I've been appointed as your regent. So that means that our child is coming soon. Please be a son, please. I liked having you as a friend, but our differences are too great. We have nothing in common and anymore, and I feel it would be best if we were no longer friends. Lord Roland II's words did not fall lightly from his lips, but this was something that he had thought long and hard about. I want to be your friend. Don't throw our friendship away. Queen Lyanna refuses to give up their friendship, and our opinion of each other changes by 25, so yes, definitely. And we've had a great victory there, so let's get this under siege now. It's fairly pathetically defended. It's only got 1,200 defenders, so we should be able to assault this pretty easily. A raven has arrived from the citadel. We should prepare as winter is coming. It's a good job that we got that summer fair in when we did then. The regency of Queen Lyanna of Andalia has ended, and we've also got a message upon we surrender. Accept. Perfect. Queen Lyanna, the Kinslayer, has usurped the title High Lordship of Flint's Finger from Lord Werlag of Cape Kraken. Lord Reaver Werlag of Flint's Finger has usurped the title Lordship of Cape Kraken from Eric Greyjoy. Queen Lyanna's invasion of Flint's Finger has ended. Queen Lyanna of Andalia has won. The regency for Queen Lyanna of Andalia has ended. Please be a son. Please be a son. Yes! Yes! We've had a son! We have finally had a son. You best not be stillborn. You best not be stillborn. Oh my god, and he's stillborn. He's stillborn. You absolute bastard of a game. You absolute arsehole of a game. You bastard game. Oh, you absolute bastard. I can't believe that. We finally have a son and he's stillborn. Oh, Crusader Kings knows how to piss you off. It really does. Oh, for fuck's sake. We'll name him Ambrose after his father, but he is dead. Oh! It was a long and hard night, and in the end it seems for nothing. Little Ambrose never lived. Words fail me. Words really do fail me. Let's disband this army. Oh, we can't disband it just yet. Lord Waynwood is now known as the Reluctant. At the age of 0, your son Ambrose Sevenstar died stillborn. I think we're literally cursed to have a son. Lady Cass of the Father's Field has provided me with proof that someone has been viciously slandering me. Kristen, our bodyguard, I doubt it, so we'll keep this to ourselves. Can we disband our army now without losing men? Not yet. The wars between the great powers of Andalia have subsided for now, so now we should be able to end our war. Money continues to flow through the trade port in Flint's Cliff, but your relationship with the Saldoris family from Mir that owns it has soured. To teach them a lesson without going to war, you could arrange for a mob to burn it down. No, I don't think we will. Do you wish to reappoint the old council? Yes, we do. Right, let's disband this army and decide what to do with our new titles. Because we've got several titles to give away. Have we usurped all of these? No, we've only usurped 2 of them. So we do actually have a Greyjoy Lord underneath us, Lord Werlag of Cape Kraken. Now, he does have a son, Prince Todrick of Cape Kraken, but he's married as well. I was going to try and get a lot. So we have got a Greyjoy Bannerman, which is going to be interesting. And then we've got Flint's Finger and Flint Cliff. Let's have a look through our court. Who have we got that we can land in these lands? Who should we give these lands to? Let's have a look. Who would be suited to this land out here? We've got quite a few people, newer people that we could land. We've got some older characters that we could land as well. I wouldn't mind giving Benfrey Highstar a High Lordship. That would be interesting, wouldn't it? And then give Black Sheep Hills away to somebody else in the future. Who else have we got? The Orsons, Mark Orson. He hasn't had any children yet, though. I have moved his wife back, so he would be good for a coastal province. But considering we've what are the vassals that come with this? Have we actually taken the land underneath this castle of Arrowgrass Road? Do we actually, would that be our vassal, or would it be one of our, have we actually taken it? We've took it, the castle of Arrowgrass Road. Okay, so we could give that to House, where are they gone? We could give that to House oh, I've just forgot the name. I literally was just on him a second. Oh, I'm looking at my vassals. That's why I can't find him. Orson. We could give that to Lord Orson. Who else have we got that deserves some land? The Blackmires need to get their old land back once we take the rest of the neck back. Got Giles Kington as well. We've got the Roland High Oak. We could give him a bit of land. I think he'd be better suited down in the Riverland lands, if I'm honest, though. We've got Kristen Creed as well, another one that we could land. Has he had any children yet? He has. He's had some children, at least, so we could land him. We'll land Mark Orson. Let's grant landed title. He would be good next to the sea. I think here for repelling Ironborn, he'd probably be pretty good there. So we'll give him the Lordship of Flint's Cliff and the Lordships that go underneath that. And then for Flint's Finger, I'm going to give it to Benfrey Highstar. I think it'd be good to have this guy as a High Lord. He's never going to be a High Lord in the Racklands, and then we can give that to somebody else to serve under House Rack, a newer house maybe. So where are you, Benfrey Highstar? There you are. Grant you the landed title, the Lordship of Flint's Finger, including the lower titles, and then I'm going to grant you the High Lordship of Flint's Finger. Send. So we now have Lord Benfrey of the Flint's Finger, the High Lord, which is very impressive. We need a new High Admiral. We will go for... Have we got anyone here who is more of a sea person? No, we haven't. So we'll go for Benfrey Highstar, considering where he's placed, and he's a good commander. I'm guessing he'd be good at sea as well. We've also got some other positions that need filling. Apparently we need a Keeper of the Swans. We will go... Who's got good opinions of us? Let's go with Yorick Templeton to keep him back on side. Master of the Horse. We will go with... A lot of people seem to have dropped their opinions of us lately, which is interesting. We'll go with... Let's go with Lord Royce for that. Master of the Hunt. We'll go with Danie's Corbury. Our Cupbearer. We'll go with Joe Arak. We know we can trust him. We haven't got a King's Justice. We'll go with... let's go for Saladon Harmoago. He'd probably enjoy that. And we've got room for a commander as well. We'll go for Byron Firehand. He's a pretty decent commander, to be fair. And let's unpause, forward things along. That's a new High Lordship. We just need to take this back off the Iron Islands. I did say when a son was born. Some of your kin are unhappy that you granted the Lordship of Flint's Cliff to Mark Orson. Who's unhappy? Hilario Snow. Sora. Yeah, he's unhappy about me granting all of those, so it's going to upset him massively, but never mind. He'll get over it, I'm sure. Landing all the bastards wasn't a good idea when Engar II did it. I don't want Dragon Riders. Go away. Do not want any Dragon Riders at all. Andalia stretches very nicely over that as well now. It'll stretch even better once we take the neck back, which hopefully we'll get to do at some point. I'm just going to do a massive forward of time now, just to get a bit of time pass. Let our armies recover. My cousin Erman practically lives in the kitchen, the little glutton. He can eat and be merry child. He gets gluttonous. Talk to him about moderation. He gains the trait temperate. Pay the smith serve him. No, we'll try and get him to get the temperate trait, which would be a good. It didn't look like he did. It didn't look like he got either. Though I had thought my bastard sister Pia to be a more reasonable woman, her request to be allowed to duel her rival, Lady Aline Josso, is slightly erratic. Pia claims to be constantly subject to affronts from her rival and has asked for permission to defend her honour. Lady Aline can't even fight. She's a poor fighter. You'd absolutely slaughter her, Pia. You're a formidable you'd tear her apart. Disallow it, but take no further action. Sorry, Pia, but I'm not going to let you kill one of my loyal banner women. Sweet Blood. That is such a cool name. We do need to change the sigil for Pia's line, though. It is a cool name, though. Pia Sweetblood. Pia the Vixen Sweetblood. Sounds awesome. Let's just force some more time across. With how Lyanna pops kids out, hopefully she'll get pregnant again soon. Lady Blackwood has finally been ransomed by Lord Moribald, which is perfect. A freehold has been imprisoned. I don't really care, to be honest. Why would I even care about any of this? Dear Lyanna, I would like to invite you to join me for a small gathering of friends to dine and drink and forget about the world outside for a little while. Please be prepared to reserve a few days for this in case we truly get into the spirit of the proceedings. Okay, so we're going to go to a party in the area. Of course I will come, Benfrey dear brother, of course. I'm starting to think that Sir Benjicott might fancy me. Okay, our brother-in-law. Make a move. I don't think Lyanna would do that, would she? Looking at her traits, I don't think she'd do it. So no, it's not appropriate. But a Master of Whisperers is idle. I don't think there's any factions or anything to get. Oh, there is a couple of factions apparently. Independence from Lord Torrin of Cherwell. Lady Alistair of Seaguard for Andalia. Okay. Hilario for Andalia by Lady Blackwood. Okay, it's people that don't really like us that much. That's fine. The Erenstars are plotting for it as well. So it's only a couple of people, but it's a vocal minority, as always is the case with this sort of thing. Can we? No, we've already sent you a gift. What about Lady Blackwood? Yes, we can send a gift to Lady Blackwood. We can also offer her a non-aggression pact, which she'd be willing to sign, which is good. Lady Alisane of Seaguard, our niece, would we be able to get a non-aggression pact with her? It doesn't look like it, unfortunately. We've already sent her a gift. Can we invite her to a carousing? That might work. Let's do it. Let's try and make her a little bit happier. Try and get her on side. Let's forward time along then. We've forwarded a good amount of time along so far. Let's just keep going with that. The monument promised by Lord Danes is finished. Upon unveiling, a statue of yourself is revealed and you notice the crowd smiling and giving you a round of applause. I have no words. It's too much. I have no words. Gain 200 prestige. Awesome. So a statue of Queen Lyanna has been built in Sevensport. So there's a statue of Enga I and Queen Lyanna now. 200 prestige for that. Thank you very much, Danes Corbury. Peace with you. I, Lady Zora of Blackwood, accept your proposal for a non-aggression pact. Good. Dear aunt, unfortunately I cannot join you for merriment at this time, but thank you for your kind invitation. That's fine. It was worth trying though, wasn't it? We could do with maybe sending our Master of Whisperers to try and take down a couple of these little plots that are popping up around the realm faction. So Lady Blackwood is doing one, which does have a member, Lady Elaine of Whitford, which is interesting considering they were friends. Let's send you to Scheme in Blackwood Vale. It is a new bannermen. New bannermen are always a little bit naughty like this, so we'll see how that goes. Let's keep forwarding time along then, try and get some years away. The soup kitchens in Sevensport burned down quite recently in an accident. Without it, many of the poor might starve. I'll pay for the repairs. Who cares about the poor anyway? No, of course we'll pay for the repairs. Lyanna is a good and loving person. She would not want the poor to go hungry. Your Grace, I arrived on the behalf of the Bank of Valyria. Apparently we owe money to the Bank of Valyria. Oh, one of our bannermen do. Who is it? Lady Sybil the Young of Greycran. Lady Reed. I'll pay the interest on her behalf. We've got money. We want to get these on side, so yeah, we'll do that. She hates us because we recently forced vassalization, which was annoying. Lord Jonas of the Bullseye died from too much drinking. God, he lived for a long time. Who ended up being Lord in the end? Not you. You must have had a grandson then. Sir Galbert Hooton, yes, had a grandson, Lord Jonan Bullseye, who is our nephew. Interesting. I am surely with child. My husband will be most pleased. My God, Lyanna, do you ever stop getting pregnant, love? It's brilliant. Well, it would be brilliant if you were popping out sons instead of daughters. My young bannerman has finished his education in the ways of the court and statesmanship. It seems he has learned all the basic skills required. Lord Ellery of the Warrior's Watch. Awesome, perfect, very good. We've actually got a nice, interesting Morgoth character around for the first time in ages. Can we get you a marriage? Let's have it. Oh, you're not in our court anymore, so we're not going to be able to. Wow, 69-year-old. No, I think we'll leave that unless we've got someone we can arrange a betrothal to you. No, not really. We'll let you sort out your own marriage then, Lord Ellery. Just don't be stupid with your children this time, like Albert Morgoth was. Well, let's continue to forward. I wonder if we could get ourselves a son before the end of this episode. That would be awesome. I still can't get over the fact that we had a son. And the fact that he was stillborn, that is just so CK2, isn't it? I arrived at the private rooms of Lord Benfrey. My God, it took us a long time to get there. There is plenty of food and drink here, and the mood is decidedly merry. I am looking forward to this. Let's get started. Yeah, let's get started, Benfrey. Lord Benfrey II has brought out the board and pieces and suggests that we play a few rounds to determine who will be the better strategist. We will play for honour. Well, obviously you're going to be a better strategist, aren't you, Benfrey, because Lyanna is thick as shit. But let's play. We played for hours, the tides of fortune ebbing and flowing as I tried to attack my opponent's position without opening any defence too much. Eventually, however, I made a fatal mistake that my opponent exploited and I lost the game. I will get you next time, Benfrey. My dear husband Ambrose is suspicious of my pregnancy. He is here right now asking me if the child is really his. My God, you are so paranoid. That seems to be a very common trait with the Sevenstars as well, doesn't it? My guests have arrived for the private feast I have arranged. It's time to let the carousing and merriment begin. Yes, but nobody came, did they? Because she turned us down, the bitch. The revelling and carousing is over for now. Time to go back to real life. Well, it was fun. We gained 20 for prestige for going to that, which is good. We're still making a hell of a lot of money as well, which is awesome. It's great to spend time carousing merry company. While the cups are being filled, Lord Benfrey II brings out a strange board with little decorated pieces and explains that it's a kind of strategy game. He assures me that it's a great pastime that combines well with copious amounts of drink. We will play for money, we will play for honour. We'll play for money. We played for hours and he won again, perfect, and we lose. Ah, it's only 5 gold, that's fine. 5 gold isn't too bad, is it? Okay, one of our children is lacking a childhood focus. Let's have a look at you, Princess Kyra. Very good diplomacy, very good martial. Let's go for a diplomat again. Let's go for humility. Send. Let's get you an educator then, as Iron Guardian. Who have we got? Very good diplomacy other than ourselves. Benfrey Lancer. Yes, let's send you to the new High Lord Benfrey Lancer. Did that say he had a nickname now? No, just Lord Benfrey of Flint's Finger. His marshal's gone up again, though. 38 marshal now. Nice. Maynard Greystark is now known as the Skin Changer. Awesome. What an awesome nickname. Has he got more pets now? No, he hasn't, but that is awesome. His learning has gone up again, though, to 30 now. He's very, very impressive. My courtier, Sir Arlen Josso, has expressed a desire to get married. Oh, that's Kyra's father, isn't it? And has asked for my permission to find him a suitable... marry as you please, good sir. It'd be nice to see you remarried. I do feel sorry for you, so... it'd be nice for you to get some happiness. Lord Danes the Wise has declared Lord Danes' claim on Coldwater Burn War and late... Okay, well, can we command you to end this war, please? Your Grace, I'm afraid I cannot end this war. My cause is just, and as such, you have no right to command me to stand out. Right, well, Danes Corbury's getting a little bit powerful now, which is not good. We can't join in the war, so he is probably going to win... Yeah, he's going to win this very, very easily, which is worrying. Corburys are getting a lot of power. I don't like it. Could do with putting them in their place at some point. Our brother has been appointed as our regent, so we should be popping out a child soon, so let's forward along. Please be a son. And we'll end the episode after the birth of the child again. Please be a son. Please. Please don't be stillborn. At the age of 67, Master Darnold of the Bloody Gate has died. Oh, it's no one important. That's fine. Please don't kill any more great characters. I can't take any more. And our charity work is doing well, which is good in Sevensport. Perfect. Our piety improves. Yeah, please don't take another great character away from me. I can't lose so many so quickly. It's not good. You have a new heir. If your character dies now, you will play as Medgar Sevenstar, our son. Okay. The regency for Queen Lyanna of Andalia has ended. We have a son. We have a son. I shall name you Lister Sevenstar, first of your name. Okay, Prince Lister. Queen Lyanna, the Kinslayer, fulfilled the ambition to have a son. Finally, we have a son. A living son. Perfect. We now need a new ambition then. So, for our new ambition, My little jonquil is growing into a very talkative and cheerful girl, if only it weren't for that twisted foot of hers. I wonder what caused it, but she gains 2 diplomacy, so she's still pretty good. Wow, 4 diplomacy is pretty good considering she's club-footed. Let's pick ourselves a new ambition, become a paragon of virtue, see the realm prosper by staying at peace for 5 years. No, we'll become a paragon of virtue because I want to invade the Ironborn. That's going to be our next course of action now, to take back our lands. Now that we've got our son, I did say that we would celebrate by invading the Ironborn. So let's declare war. We can go for the Dejure Claw and Silverine and Greywater, or we can go for a full-blown invasion of the Iron Islands, which will give us that Dornish land as well. But that will put them back in line. And they really need to be put back in line. How much men does he have? 13,000. So he's used a lot of his raiders and such up, it would seem. So, yes, let's go for it. Invasion of the Iron Islands. Send. They will surely honour their obligations. Ragnar Maidens had the Maiden dynasty removed from their treasury. Has he died finally? No, he's not died. Okay, but we will end this episode here, guys, with the declaration of war against the Ironborn. Thank you all so much for watching as always. I hope you've enjoyed. We finally have our son. Please don't forget to like and comment down below, and hopefully I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.
Lyanna felt the soft breathing of the young life that laid in her arms. She had remained by his side every day since her little Lister had come into the world. During that time, meetings and messages would be brought up to the infant's room. She had made a solemn vow to the mother that if the Seven found it within themselves to gift her with a living son, that she would treasure him for the rest of her days. Since the gods had kept their end of things, so too must she. The baby gave a soft mooling as he nuzzled against her bosom before he fell back asleep. Lister, my little Lister, I hope that you grow as strong as your namesake, and as just as him too. My lady, Lyanna turned her head to see a young serving girl standing in the frame of the door. Your lord husband wishes to see you. Lyanna felt her heart skip a beat. Of course, bring him in. She had been wary of her husband as of late. While the love was still there, she felt rather distressed at his constant accusations regarding her pregnancy. She couldn't understand why he would doubt her fidelity. Ambrose soon emerged from the entryway and sat across from her. After a few moments of silence, he finally spoke. He looked quite a bit like you. Lyanna nodded quietly, gently rocking her Lister in her arms. May I hold him? She hesitated at those words. Did Ambrose wish to inspect the baby to see if he carried any of his features? After collecting herself, she carefully placed the babe into her husband's waiting arms. For a brief moment, she could see Ambrose study the child's face, before his expression softened and he kissed his child upon his brow. He whispered something that Lyanna only barely managed to catch. May you always be safe from harm, my son. You are a Sevenstar. The Seven are always with you.